Hello, beautiful sisters. In this video, I am going to teach you all this first Kriya that we'll be embarking on, and it's to activate our core. Our solar plexus and our navel are part of our core. So we activate and initiate this area to awaken the fire in us. The fire is our element that begins our ability to transform. We need the fire in us to awaken our heart. So this is a really great practice. I want to inspire and encourage you to expand your timing as you go along. Get to know this practice, enjoy it. A couple things about this practice before we get into lots of the details is how to show up for it. So you want to make sure that you are nice and warmed up. You want to make sure your legs are stretched really well. Okay. So the shaking, the warm ups, the leg warm ups, things like this. Make sure this is done. And you want to also have with you either a belt, a mat, or something of the sort. Or if you don't want to use a belt, for this video, I'm going to actually use my beautiful Peru scarf as a tool. So I'm going to be using this as a tool to hold my legs and to stretch and to activate my navel. Okay. Okay, so we begin every practice by tuning in with the Adi mantra. Rub your hands together, create some heat. Steady them in prayer pose at heart center. Nice deep inhale to start. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale, suspend the breath. Plant your intention in your heart now for awakening your fire, for awakening your heart. Exhale. And let's get started. So this is a short set of exercises. So it's also wonderful that it's short for people that have limited timing. So really take advantage of this and be honest with yourself. Once you get to know it, please build your time to get really great results. You can do this. It only has 2 exercises, but you can do this 2 times. So after you go through the 2 exercises and you're complete, you can have a little bit of a rest, 5 to 7 minutes, and then you can go through it again if you really want to cultivate this. Okay. So you need your belt or your scarf, a mat, and you need anything of the sort like a timer. So I use my phone as my timer, and you just go to your clock. The first thing that we'll need is a minute on the clock. Okay. So I'm going to send you supportive music to go along with this so that you can follow the rhythm. Okay. So if you're coming to this video and you haven't learned a long, deep breath or breath of fire, I suggest you tune into those videos first. Okay. We're going to be using breath of fire to activate the navel. So check that out and make sure that you are good to go. And the other last note I want to say is a warning, and this is that ladies, if you are on your moon cycle and you are in your heavier phase, that you want to stay away from doing core activity. Okay. Especially when you're heavier, this is when we want to lay off and let ourselves relax. We stay away from core activity. We totally relax and replenish during this time. This is to respect the downward flow, and we don't want to disturb that with any other practices that we bring in. So be mindful, be intuitive, and be responsible for your movement as well. Okay. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do after we're warmed up is we are going to come onto our back, and both legs are going to start out straight, and then we're going to use our belt or our scarf to hold one leg up. So you have your timer next to you. If you're in your practice, you come laying down on your back. And go ahead and bring your left leg up. Now you want your toes to be pulling back and your foot to be parallel to the ceiling. We want to try to keep our legs straight. Okay. So in a perfect world, we could be all the way here touching our toe. That's a goal. But for most people, our flexibility is not there yet. So we use a scarf or a belt. If you want to hold onto your leg instead, that's fine as well. Okay. So we're here. We set the timer for 1 minute and we engage breath of fire. And off we go. We pull this toe gently. We engage breath of fire from the navel. And it sounds and looks like this. Couple more seconds. One minute up. Inhale. Suspend the breath. Relax the body. Contract. Pull in the navel and then the root lock. So it's inhale. Relax the body. Suspend the breath. Pull the navel in and then the root lock. And then we exhale, relax, let your foot come out for a moment. And then we go right back in for 3 minutes of chanting HUD. I will give you supportive music to follow along with a rhythmical HUD. I like to do this in my practice because it really keeps the rhythm. But for demonstration purposes, I'm going to not use it. So we always inhale to start. Inhale. HUD, HUD, HUD. And we're using our navel to chant HUD. It's a HUD, but this is an activation seed syllable for our navel center. HUD, 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 hun, 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 hun. Almost there, doing great. Last minute. Hun, 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 hun. Initiating transformation here. Take it for real. Take it seriously. This is where transformation begins, where we activate our fire. Hun, 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 hun. Inhale, relax the body, pull the navel in, engage the root lock, pulling in on your rectum, sex organs, and navel. Exhale, relax. Inhale again. Suspend the breath. Relax the body. Pull your root lock navel in. And now bring your focus to your spine, imagining this fire from your navel going in and up to your heart to feel the heat of your heart. Exhale and relax out. At this point, when you're home, it's nice to just take a little moment. It's a really great activating exercise, and it feels good to take a little rest. So rest, take a minute, take it two, however long you need. I can feel in my body already just from doing this with you, different things, and it feels really lovely. So really, it's important to rest after your exercises and meditations. It's said that it's like putting, you put all the ingredients into the cake, and then the rest is like putting it into the oven. So you can have a cake, but if you don't bake it, then what do you really have? So that's the same idea as taking your adequate rest. You bake the cake in with the rest. You reap the benefits of your exercise as you rest and relax the body. And this is excellent to do after this. If you want to do it once, you'll feel the benefits. If you want to do it twice, it's double the magic. And I do recommend it. It's doable because it's such short timing. Now we're going to do the other foot. Bring it up. Timer goes on for 1 minute. We open ourselves with breath of fire. Only 1 minute. Awesome. Ready and go. Making sure that other foot is straight up, pointing, the toes are pointing up, and the leg is straight. Nice deep inhale to start. When your timer goes off, inhale. First, you relax, and then the navel engages in root lock. Hold. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Relax. Engage the navel, root lock. And as you're engaged, you imagine this heat rising from your navel and traveling all the way up to your spine, activating your heart. As you build a relationship with this set, you're going to be able to feel this and recognize this more and more. If this doesn't happen right away, do not be discouraged. Do not be discouraged. It's we're cultivating it, we're activating it. So it may take a little time, and that's okay. And relax down. Now we're going to set the timer for 3 minutes. And HUD. HUD, HUD, HUD. From the navel. HUD, 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 HUD. Stay in it. You're doing great. Don't give up. HUD, HUD, HUD. Surrender to the rhythm. Find that surrender place where you could surrender any sort of resistance or anything else that comes into the mind. HUD, 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 HUD. Couple more seconds. Doing great. HUD, 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 HUD. Inhale. Suspend the breath. Hold. Engage the navel. Engage the root lock. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Suspend. Relax the body. Engage the navel. Engage the root lock. Imagine this fire going from your navel into your heart. Exhale. Relax. Come out. Take a little rest here. Notice what you feel without judgment. Let your body recalibrate as long as you need. And when you're done resting, grab your knees, give them a little hug, rock side to side. You can rock forward and back, or you can push to your side and gently push up, whichever one feels good for you. Okay, next exercise has 2 different little parts, and it's the last exercise. So again, we use our scarf. We're going to mentally chant HUD, and then we are going to out loud chant HUD with the movement. So I'll describe what we're doing, and then we'll do it. Keeping the legs straight, I use my scarf. I'm going to mentally chant HUD on the way down. I'm going to inhale up and exhale down. So on each exhale, I'm mentally, in my mind, chanting HUD, thinking HUD. That sound, that word, that seed syllable. Okay. So it looks and sounds like this once again. So let me describe this movement a little bit more. We're starting with our straight spine and we're bending forward. Now you see I'm not rounding my back and I'm not reaching all the way down like this. This is a rounded back. Something different. I'm keeping my body, my spine straight, and I'm tilting from the hip. Okay? So this is the movement. As you go along and get to really build a relationship with this exercise, you will start to build more flexibility. So each time you exhale, maybe you go down a little bit further. Don't go where you don't belong. If you feel any burning, you want to back off. If you feel a little pull, that's fine. Okay? So I'll set the timer. Only 2 more minutes of this whole set. So let's enjoy it. Timer goes on for 1 minute. Inhale and exhale, mentally chanting HUD. Really imagine that we're tilting from the hips. So my movement is small, and that's okay. A lot's happening in the small movement. When the timer's up, inhale, suspend, hold, relax the body, and then engage navel and root lock. Exhale. Inhale. Suspend, relax, navel, root lock. Imagine the fire going from your navel into your heart, focusing at the spine. Exhale, relax. 1 more minute. We're going to chant HUD out loud. Off we go. HUD, HUD. So on the way down, we chant HUD. HUD, 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 HUD. That's the timer. Inhale. Hold. Relax first. Navel, root lock. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Straight spine. Relax. Navel, root lock. exhale, relax. Come down onto your mat for a little rest. In this video, we'll rest for 1 minute. On your own, rest as much as you need or you want, what feels good. I really recommend at least, very least 5 minutes. It takes a couple of minutes just to recalibrate the energies that we worked with. And then it takes a couple more to deeply allow ourselves to relax. And this is where we bake in all of the magic or energy that we just cultivated. And this is a really excellent feel good, get you feeling good and get you feeling motivated and get your fire within activated and get your heart activated as well. And this is an excellent starting point to build your foundation of all of the work that we'll be doing together. And that's real life, my timer. But I brought in my timer and I brought in the noise of the timer because this is how it will be for you in your practice. Like you'll be setting your timer, you'll hear it, it'll go off, you'll know what to do next. So it's very Satnam. It's very real life, you know? So each time we come out of Savasana, we begin by deepening our breath first. Bringing the breath back into body awareness. We wiggle our fingers and our toes. Bringing energy to our extremities. Really take your time with this. Really wiggle. Don't rush. And rotate your ankles and wrists. Couple nice times each direction. Every single thing that we do is really to support you in feeling good. I am an advocate for feeling good and for seeing how good I can actually feel. And I know through my experience, we can feel extraordinarily good. All right, cat stretch. Bring the right knee in. Send it over to the left side. Our arms come out to a T. Our head falls to the right. If you ever forget which way your head falls in a cat stretch, the bent knee is the side that you turn to. So right knee's up, you turn to the right. Left knee up, you turn to the left. Right knee up, you turn to the right. Left knee up, you turn to the left. Now, take some nice long deep breaths here. Try to keep both shoulders on the mat. Let gravity pull you into the mat and bring that knee back in and send it back onto the mat. We bring our left knee in. Oh, the most amazing thing about bringing all of this work to you all is that I get to feel good while bringing you the information. It's really an amazing perk. So the more yoga and meditation I do, the more amazing and connected and happy I feel. So I get to boost my happiness and inspiration to transmit that to you as I'm demoing all these amazing ancient sacred practices. Good, nice deep breath. Try to keep that shoulder anchored in. Sometimes it comes up a little bit, you see here. So I'm going to try to keep it down and really allow my head to relax this way. Getting used to filming, so my eyes automatically go to the screen to check my own posture. And so I'm training myself to look at this camera with you to be connected to you. All right, hug these knees in. Give yourself a nice little hug. This should feel really quite yummy at this point. And make little circles with your knees. Take your time. Do what feels good. Get to know these movements. Connect with each breath. Allow yourself to slow down. Allow yourself to enjoy. Bring your hands over your heart. Rub them together. Create some heat. Bring your feet together. Create some heat. Hug both knees into the chest and rock forward and back until you come up to sitting. Thank you so much for embarking on this beautiful adventure with me. It's such an honor to bring movement and yoga to you all. Let's end this session together with 3 long satnams. And I encourage you, after you watch this video, if you have any questions at all, please make sure you tap into the instructions that I'll give with you as well. And feel free to reach out with me with anything that may be unclear to you. Like I said, I'm here for feedback. I'm learning, always learning. So thank you for being with me. Let's rub our hands together, close our eyes. Let's close this beautiful practice with 3 long satnams. As we close with satnams, it's a 7-to-1 ratio. So 7 seconds of sat to 1 second of nam. So it sounds like this. Song, nam, song, nam, song, nam. Wishing you all beautiful activation of your fire and awakening of your heart. Thank you for joining in this practice. Stay tuned for more. Satnam.